Kyle, you all right?
I'm great.
That was rough, wasn't it?
It was rough.
It was rough, but we're here.
It was great.
All right, let's get things started. My guest tonight is living a rags to riches life, from being homeless in Detroit to headlining this huge show at the Coliseum Theater at Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas, Nevada. Landau has had a crazy life. Here to tell us some of his stories is the winner of the past season of America's Got Talent. Please welcome Landau Eugene Murphy. Thank you, sir, for doing this. This is Kyle. Now, he may hug you. I want to let you know that. No, he doesn't want the hug.
He got it. He got it.
Have a seat, Landau. Thank you for doing the show.
It's good.
Oh, my goodness. So let's get this straight. Winner of America's Got Talent. You're signed by Sony and Columbia Records.
Yes.
Your debut album came out number 34, number one jazz album on Amazon.
Yes.
What the hell are you sitting here for? What are you doing, man?
Well, I was here just, last time I came, I sang the national anthem, just sitting here trying to do your show, man.
I appreciate that. Thank you, Landau. That's amazing.
Yeah.
All right. So here's the thing. Everybody knows you. Everybody knows you from America's Got Talent. What kind of crazy ride was that? That was something that blew us away just watching. I can only imagine being there.
Yeah, it's a real emotional roller coaster, You go from just being like one of thousands of contestants to the top 400 if you make it. And then you go from that to the top 48, then the top 48 to the top 10, and top 10 and top 4, and to the 1 is where you're trying to get. So, but when you go, it's like, 85,000 people that's auditioning.
Man.
So,
It's something that I can't even wrap my head around doing that whole process. And the entire state, like I said, they were behind you. Everyone was behind you. There were billboards everywhere. Kyle even said he still sees billboards that are up.
Vote for Landau. I still vote for you, honestly. I call in and they say quit calling.
The text rates still apply, but they still called in. The entire state was behind you, and then they wanted you to win. You did win. Now the entire nation knows Landau Eugene Murphy.
Yes.
How does that make you feel? What an accomplishment.
Oh, it feels good. It's something that I worked for a long time. It was just like a big dream of mine. You start off in the living room with your brothers and sisters, trying to pretend to be Michael Jackson or Stevie Wonder or Marvin Gaye, and then hip hop comes along. You want to be Run DMC, Eric B. and Rakim, But it's just something that I've always done, But I also played basketball and I draw a lot and I used to cut hair. So it was just one of my many talents. And I was just like at the end of my rope and I just wanted to use it. I wanted to share it with the world. I could have came out and did a whole lot of other different genres because I do everything from Motown to Southern rock.
So my thing, though, is watching you on America's Got Talent, the first time you came out and you auditioned, and then, of course, when you won the show, and a few times in between, you got a little emotional. You're not going to cry tonight, are you, on this show, are you? You don't. Oh, Kyle, I think he's getting mad. Now, silly question, though. What was more powerful for you, winning the show or getting the chance to start the entire process?
The first one, just getting the opportunity, and that's why you see me when I walked out on stage, I just waved at the audience like, this is my shot. I'm gonna take it. I had Eminem playing in my head like, you only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime, That's how I felt. So it was just like I worked all my life. I had been doing charity for like 9 years, just raising money for the less fortunate because I was once less fortunate. So that's just part of my heart. And to get to that stage, it was just like a big-time blessing for me, and then to hear what the judges had to say and get the round of applause from New York City, it was like, wow. So it just, everything after I sung the song, everything like flashed in my head, like everything from dancing in the living room with my brothers and sisters all the way up to that point. And I was like, wow, I did it. I made it. I don't have to do another episode of this show. I really didn't.
It was something that, watching that first show, I think people wanted to compare you to Britain's Got Talent, Susan Boyle. You even, I think it's the hair, by the way, the comparison. The thought, did it ever enter your mind that, man, I'm out here, I'm making a fool of myself, and then it's just not going to work. That didn't happen.
I mean,
you blew it up.
My thing was either they were going to make a fool of me and I was going to be on television, or I was going to be great and be on television. So, I mean, I just felt like I had nothing to lose. And a lot of people didn't know this, but on the show, they didn't let me tell that part of my story. But I was like robbed before I came on the show. That's what motivated me to go, you know? And I took it as like, oh, I feel so hurt. I'm about to hurt somebody. But then I sit back and then I thought about it. I was like, well, I got all these gifts that God has given me, all these talents, and I'm not using none of them. You know, from basketball to cutting hair to drawing to singing to writing poetry, all these gifts that He given me, and I'm just sitting on them. And I felt like God was just like, okay, I'm gonna take everything from you where you don't have anything. Now you gotta go out here and get it. And that's what happened to me. After it happened, I was at my mother-in-law's house with my wife, like just sitting on the edge of the bed, like what can I do to better my life right now? I have nothing to lose. I have no clothes. I have nothing. And right at that moment, AGT and Howie Mandel came across the TV screen, like go out and sign up for America's Got Talent. And I was like, that's it. That's the stage I need.
And there's one, you know, you're listing all these things that you were blessed with. There's one thing you left out, you just mentioned a little bit, and that's your beautiful wife. She's sitting right over there.
Yes.
She was with you the entire process, wasn't she?
Yes, you know.
And now Kyle's clapping because before we came out, we were telling, you know, that Kyle likes to hug people, and we got to let everybody know that. She said, I don't know about that.
It's the beard.
It's the beard, yeah, she didn't like the beard. But a beautiful wife that was with you the entire process. I mean, how do you thank her for being there for you? I mean, that's something that
right now,
tough.
I thank her by like just taking her with me. I mean, she was there with me through the whole process. So now when I'm doing my shows, I take her on the road with me. So we share this whole journey together.
Well, let's talk about the style of music that you sing. Do you think that that helped you win the competition and get you more recognizable? Because it's non-traditional for somebody like you to sing that in front of everyone, you know. You're saying you do funny stuff at home with your brothers and everything, sing all sorts of songs, but to go out and do those oldies, that just
I wouldn't say it's
trademarked you.
non-traditional, I mean, because we had Nat King Cole, and then a lot of jazz came from the black community.
But
You know, so it's not non-traditional, it's just like, when you look at me, everybody's gonna judge me. They see these dreadlocks, 6'4", skinny black guy. He's singing Frank Sinatra.
Exactly.
You know, and that's how people like judge you, like as soon as they see you, and that's how they judge me. That's why I did the genre that I did. That's why I picked the music that I picked. And then too, I wanted to pay respect to all my elders, like my grandparents, you know, and I wanted to show the kids that's coming up after me and us what good music was all about, you know, because now there's just a lot of popcorn artists out here that's just making a whole lot of bad songs and a lot of money.
No, wait a minute. A whole lot of bad songs and money. That's when we look at Kyle.
No. Okay, we have a producer, and you rode a bus with him in New York, and you were like a tour-eyed and well, he has a video of you, speaking of 6'4" dreadlocks, he has a video of you singing Snoop Dogg's Gin and Juice.
Yes.
Very well done, by the way.
Yeah.
Very well done.
No, I don't. Kyle, I thought you were going to talk about your getting upset from getting kicked off America's Got Talent, right?
Oh, Howie Mandel told me nude modeling's not a talent.
Yeah. Well.
Really?
Yes.
Now he's upset. Now we made Landau upset.
See, Howie?
Do you have his cell phone number? Can you text Howie Mandel right now and say, listen, give Kyle a second shot?
Really? You did that.
I kind of wish I did now.
Yeah, now he's thinking it actually may work.
did?
No, he did not. No, he did not. However, if we got the winner of season 6 that thinks, hey, man, that might work, you want to try out for it? Let's see.
He seemed down with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but see, my thing with the gin and juice thing was like, I had like this idea like in my head, like Snoop Dogg, Tupac, Biggie, all those guys was like throughout the 90s, they kind of like molded our culture, you know, whether it was good, some of it was bad. And they made a lot of money, and they sold a lot of records. Now, if you took those same records and made them to where grown-ups or the elderly people could like relate to them. So what I was doing was like singing Gin and Juice as a crooner style. So it'd be like, rolling down the street, smoking indoors, Sipping on gin and juice, laid back.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm good. The show. I'm done with the show.
You're done now.
That's the best thing
That's
that's
it?
ever gonna happen.
That's what I'm saying.
That is the best thing that will ever happen on this set.
And that's the thing, that was my thought, like, okay, I could take all these old hip hop songs that like all our grandfathers and grandmothers was like, you don't need to be listening to that. But it was our music, you know, it's something that we grew up on, it's something that we watched on television, you know, and if we could bring it back to where it's cleaned up and it's sung properly and you're not degrading any women while you're singing them, I mean, I think it would work all over again.
Well, let's talk about something really briefly. Let's talk about your fan base, because it's just such a mixture of people that follow you.
Yes, I have all the cultures. I mean, so it's not like a color thing. So it's but the great thing about it is that it's, you know, the generations that come to my show. It's like from the great grandkid all the way up to the great grandparents, and they're all at the show together. You notice when our grandparents turn on television, there's nothing on television for them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and most of them
Our show included, by the way.
Yes.
I don't know if you know that or not.
Most of them are sitting at home, you know, in their chair just like this. And then you wonder why they're bitter and mad. They have nothing left. I mean, they took all the Westerns off of TV. All the old shows that they used to watch are gone. The Golden Girls are like sort of fading away. I mean, they don't have anything. They don't have any concerts to go to. They don't have anything that's going to amuse them.
And that's what Landau's doing right now. He's trying to change all that.
I'm trying
and we
to change
applaud
all
you
that.
for that.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
I want to give them something to do. Yeah.
Finally. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So what's next for Landau Eugene Murphy? What's next? I know you sold out festival in June 20th, I believe, in Charleston. Two shows? Is it two shows because it sold out in a matter of moments when they said you're headlining? What else is going on for you?
I got the Apollo coming up, you know, and just a whole lot of stuff. I got to go out to California and do the state fair for them. Out in Sacramento, I got some things coming up in Florida. I got to go back to New York. I was just recently nominated by the NAACP for Best New Artist of the Year, so.
That's really good. No, that's something that we didn't know about, because this just happened recently.
Yeah, so it's,
that's amazing.
Everything's
Congratulations.
been going great, you know, so I hope to win that. And everything's just
You're
going
living the dream,
great,
man.
I'm just living my dreams. I mean, and the funny thing about it is, like, when I got on that show, the bubblegum situation wasn't supposed to happen. It was not supposed to happen, but I got to talking to Nick Cannon backstage before I walked through the curtain. He got to speaking to me, and he like patted me on my back, and I went through the curtain. I'm still chewing the gum, but I started to throw it in the garbage can, but I didn't. Mm-hmm. And I went out there, and then it was like, "Are you chewing gum?"
But that was the great creation of your image.
It
that's
broke
the thing.
ice.
Yeah,
so
you're not just somebody coming out there to perform.
That's why I don't take it as, you can't just look at stuff automatically like, oh, I just messed up. Man, God does things in your life that you just don't even see, you know?
Yep.
And as nervous as I was, he made me keep that gum in my mouth so I could go through that whole process.
What pocket did you put it in? Put it in your left
right
pocket?
here.
Or in your
Same
right pocket?
jeans.
Yeah. Same jeans. He's standing
These
up.
are the
Where's
same
Rachel?
pants right here.
Yeah, there you go.
These are my Levi's right here. This is the only pair of pants that I had when I went to New York. You know, because they took all of my clothes. They took all the copper out of my walls, all my furniture, everything that I own.
And that's rough. And the producers did not want to touch that. They didn't want to.
I mean, they didn't ask me. All they asked me was, because they do a background check on you. They said, what have you been doing? Have you been incarcerated? What have you done for the last 10 years? And I told them I've been washing cars.
See, that's where Kyle, you can't do it anymore, Kyle. That second question, have you been incarcerated? I'm sorry, buddy. Not happening, is it?
Yeah.
Why do you make me look so bad on this show?
It's easy. It's not bad. Landau, I really appreciate you coming on this show. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Everything else. And listen, hey, if you ever, when you go on tour, if you ever need a skinny white guy to be your bodyguard, call me. No, I can't. I'd never be able to punch anybody.
I don't mess with bodyguards, man. I think they cause more problems than they solve.
That's why I don't have any. Well, I've got Kyle, but
yeah.
Again, thank you very much. Landau Eugene Murphy, everyone. We'll be right back.